Are we working? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we're working. Hello. Huh, perfect. Hello, hello, hello. I hope we are all doing well. I know I didn't stream this last Friday, and I was like, well, crap, I had friends in town. So I wanted to make sure that I could actually meet them for the first time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all this, make sure I have all this right. I remember seeing this. So here. Where the heck is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And with a little... Oh. Nope. I forgot that this time. It's up to 40. That shouldn't mess with it at all, right? Now we're just moving backwards. Let's see. No, no, why? That's not what I wanted to do. I just, no, go away, map. Okay, let's see. You would think it'd be a lot easier to find running backwards. Huh. I'll have to look more into that later, but I think first things first is I want to take this and just kind of take this and we'll just drag. Nope, nope. Give me all of you. Is this Nickelback? I love Nickelback. Anyone who hates Nickelback, I think you are overhating it. See. Let's see if I can find something on YouTube. So the idea of today, I want to get all the like backwards moving animations done because I think here soon I want to get onto Unreal Engine so I can actually do a locomotion system for movement in a game. And the biggest thing is you need like five animations for forward, and the idea is 5 animations backwards. So you have your forward, your 2 sides, and then like a 45 degrees that's kind of in between for those two to reach the forward one. And it's the same thing for going backwards. If you look at games like Marvel Rivals, God of War, they have that where they like kind of run with their back to the way they're going. So I want to do that. I feel like that could be really good and get some really cool, like, maybe I'll add like a walk at some point and you can just like edge walk, because who doesn't love edge walking? Let's see. I don't want to have to open up Marvel Rivals to see this, though. I really hope I'm recording this right, because if not, I'm going to be really sad. Because I actually plan on uploading this to YouTube for people to watch later, because I guess a lot of people like watching this after everything is said and done. But yeah, I guess a lot of people like watching this not during it, which is fine because it's kind of cool to see these people watch me. I never imagined more than like my friends would care to watch this. There's like something right here I already need to have like the foot. Yeah, I guess this one, like here, you'll already want your foot kind of touching the ground. Well, what's up and down? Y? So maybe I could actually bring you down just a little bit. Maybe you come down a little bit too. I'm not sure I'm really feeling about this. Because I don't want his leg locking up like that. Huh. This is the hard part. I've never actually done like a backwards run before. Maybe I should take it so he's like he's more back, you know? No. We will just take it and we'll move him back like that. Okay, so that would be more of an X. Maybe he's moving too far back with the translated X. Or the trans... I think... Yeah, okay. I think I get it now. So... Huh. Well, besides the little bounce. Up and down is Y, so... Huh. Oh, lordy. If fans weren't so loud, I would have more fans on, but my microphone picks them up like crazy. Oh, wait. Maybe I can take this. Yep, make that. Maybe. Yeah. Heck yeah. What the heck? There was just a random keyframe that technically never even needed to exist. It made his leg get all wobbly. No. Why is running backwards so weird? Let's see. Okay, I think I get it now. Actually, I should probably save this just in case before I do anything drastic. Probably just delete that too. We'll get rid of you guys too. I thought I grabbed onto you as well. Huh. I guess I grabbed onto the circle. So, as the thing was... So I want to copy you and put you here right in the middle. Then I can copy you and put you right here in the middle. I'm just gonna do this first foot. I don't need to. Alright. We're gonna take it, we're gonna slow down the animation. Not the animation, but like, yeah. And just so we're like on the same page, this is kind of what I'm looking at. I just think it's gonna be the best way to look at. Yeah. I think it's gonna be like the best way to look at the animation. We can focus on toe stuff later. I'm just gonna go back here. I'm just gonna completely reset you, because I hate seeing it phase through his knees. It kind of bothers me ever so slightly. But yeah, I really hope I'm not being picked up for that. Oh yeah, I love the Air Force Base. They just love to keep flying around at this time. I get nighttime flying, but you guys, it's really, really, really annoying. Gosh. No, 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 no. I need this one to go here. No, what? Why does it do that? Why is it so fast too? Oh. Bum. bum 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 bum. There's my cactus. There is a log. Oh, a dog. Whoa, frog in the bog. I sang it wrong. This is kind of at this point. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Okay. Maybe I'll do the hips after. So take this, we'll go about here. Take this, it's about 5 more, so I can just copy and paste that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I guess I should probably be interesting and like talk about something. So opening weekend on. Do we go Monday? No, so we went Sunday. I actually went and I saw Iron Lung, and I personally thoroughly enjoyed it. I really wish I could have been more awake for it. I was exhausted from work, but I really did enjoy that movie. That movie was pretty, in my opinion, pretty good, especially for what it was. And like, I don't want to get into it because I don't feel like spoiling it for people. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna power back through all this. But yeah, Iron Lung, you know, it was certainly a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. I'm not super huge on horror movies personally, and the same goes for games. But I think that's one of the few exceptions. Weirdly enough, the other one has to be, I think it's 13 Ghosts. And 13 Ghosts is just one of those ones because I watched that a lot when I was... I for some reason watched that one quite a few times when I was younger. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, 13 Ghosts. I don't know why I watched this one when I was a lot younger, but I certainly did. It kind of is crazy to me why that one doesn't bother me as much. I think it was one of my mom's favorite horror movies, so that one was like on the screen a decent bit. But yeah, 13 Ghosts was one of those other movies that I can probably watch and like be completely fine in. My main issue with most horror movies though is I hate jump scares. I hate jump scares. They always get me, and it's gotten to the point where now I'm like, I used to punch when people would scare me, but can't do that anymore because I'm a big guy and I will knock people over if I do that. And a lot of the people that like do that stuff to me, I don't want to hurt, you know? So I feel like that would make it a lot harder to watch that kind of stuff. Like, even like with a little bit of jump scares and like the really loud sounds in Iron Lung, like it got a few like, oh, you know, because it made me jump. And you just see my friend sitting next to me, he's just laughing at me. I'm like, screw you too. Jerks. But, yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of that just has to do with it kind of spooking me out. No, I think Markiplier did like a really good job on that. Markiplier was able to accentuate it and turn something that was honestly a pretty boring indie game with like the suspense and stuff into pretty well done. I won't diss him for that. Not at all. I really did enjoy the little subtle things. I enjoyed the effects. The first bit of the movie, I think it's the first act, it felt really slow, but once it like started getting into the more juicy stuff, it was very well done, in my opinion. I don't never really made movies, so I can't say too much on how it would have been with going into it and making them, but I think I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I think it could have built up more on some suspenseful moments. I think I'm trying to do this without the best to spoil it, because the movie hasn't been out for crazy long. Because what Iron Lung came out 2 weeks ago. January 30th, so what? It's been maybe phone. Yeah, it's been maybe like 2 weeks will be Friday, or at least from when this was streamed. Yes, planes, please continue your planing. I don't want you guys to stop at all. I need to do a tangent linear. Positive 17. Positive 12. I know one of my friends who is a YouTuber, Mr. KJ Whippy. He really enjoyed the movie as well. I should have watched his video. Don't tell him I said that. And if he watches this later, I'm sorry, Kyle. But as far as I know, he really enjoyed it. It doesn't help that we stood outside and talked for like an hour after the movie was done. To the point where we realized, oh wait, you have work the next morning, you have work the next morning, we need to... I hate when it kind of snaps like that. Yeah, that's just little cleanup things. Sorry, I don't mean to go quiet. I'm just focusing on just that little detail. Because his leg is snapping. I don't know why. Yeah, I had a couple of our friends come in from town out of weekend this last week. I have learned I don't care for those super crazy arcades. Like what? Like the dragons at Dave and Buster's. Yeah, a lot of them are just really loud and expensive. I was given a lot of crap by my friends because I had a chance to talk to the bartender girl and I was like chatting her up. And one of my friends was like, "You pansy ass. Why didn't you just go in and just get her number?" And I was like, "Because I didn't want to, and I'm socially awkward." No, I'm not a degenerate. I swear. I just wanna work on my stuff. But yeah, some of my friends gave me crap about that. And I thought it was funny. We mostly went there to play the games though, and I saw one of my friends. He bought an absurd amount of like points to play the credits to play some of those games, and I've come to learn how financially irresponsible he is, and it kind of hurt my soul. But other than that, we had a lot of fun. He was sitting there playing like one of those little games that you see where it's like the coins, you like hit the button and it launches back and the thing pushes it off and you try to push off more stuff. And he looked like those old people you see at the casino, just just sitting there just Buffalo slot machine. He had like the little stool and everything that you see with most of those. You would think they would give a lot more of those, like a lot comfier chairs, so people would gamble more. Because, you know, they want to take your money. Let's see. I need to get onto this foot really fast. I need to see pre-infinity, post-infinity. Yep, flat, flat, flat. Oh, hello, dog. Thank you for barking. You are very loud. Muttley, I love you. You know, one of my favorite things to talk about, though, is I love dogs. And my older of the two dogs, his name is Buddy. And Buddy is my precious little old man. Is he about to turn 11? Holy crap, he's going to turn 11 here soon. If he's not already 11, he's going to turn 12. That's even worse. But if that's the case, holy shnikes. But when we moved into our house, this is a little sad, but when we moved into our house, he ended up hurting himself. He was a stiff little dog, a little Chihuahua pug mix. At least we think he's pug because his tail curled like all hell. It was kind of really cute and really funny. But, yeah, he ended up jumping off of the couch and he hurt himself. And he has honestly been paralyzed ever since. And we've tried getting stuff for him and it just doesn't work. But it's weird that it doesn't work because he's able to wag his tail. That little and you know what? He loves so much. It's funny. I love that guy. He's my little Scooter. Don't even get me started on seeing him when we turn around and I'm like, hey, we want to go get the mail, buddy? And he just slides around corners. Before he got super, super old, he would drift around corners. He was one of my biggest hype men. He's my little crippled man. But he has like his big old white beard now. It's just... oh, I love him so much. And then we got our new puppy back in February. We've actually... now that we've had her for a year, and it's crazy to think about that we've had her for a year. But her name's Gracie, and she's my little crackhead. Little white with a stringy dog. I think, you know what, one second, I could probably get a picture of what she looks like. You know what? That is probably the best picture that relates it to her. This is my little Maltipoo. I remember one of my dad's work friends. You know, these are a little bit too fluffy. Her hair is a lot more stringy, but she one of my dad's work friends ended up giving her. So apparently, from what we were told, his daughter would carry her around just all the time. And so when we first got her, I mean, even now you can just pick her up and like fold her and contort her anyway, and she'll try to break out, but there's a point where you can hold her and she'll just be content. It's kind of funny because she'll just stare at you and she'll stick her tongue out and just not a thought behind those eyes. Like, I am being touched, I do not care. Same thing with Buddy. We can sit in our chair. We'll sit in our chair out back and we'll talk and everything, and he'll walk up and he'll look at you, and then you're like, oh, do you want up? And he'll be like, oh, and then spin around and he'll reverse towards you so you can pick him up. That's one of the funniest parts about him. Maybe this is what I need right here. Yeah, that feels a lot better. I don't know how I feel about the toe though. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that little run. Or, I guess, backwards. The question is, do I want to, like, lean him back? I could probably take it and just... that will be this one. Just me, or is he like kind of? Let's see. Let's paste that. Maybe that's what I need. Then we'll snap that. Let's see, 4, 8. Which one is this one? Let's rotate X. Almost like. Let's see, can I? Let's see, we'll copy this. So if it's 27, so it starts when his foot is flat. $27. We'll go all the way up till it's so right here. And then we'll paste that. No. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Sometimes you just gotta copy your own frames. You gotta cheat off yourself. You know, I completely forgot where the conversation topic was going. I do remember I was talking about my dogs. My little lights of joy. Gosh, you give them a treat and it's just the funniest thing. Especially Buddy, because like he can't walk with his back legs, but he will bounce. And it's funny because since the way he is, you can hear his claws grabbing on the ground. You'll walk in the house and just he is too funny. You wild. I really like these songs by this band a lot. No. This is Z. It's Z. That's why. No, it's X. It's so weird. We'll take this. Really hope that the VOD part of this works. No, I don't want. Yeah, I should probably like take these, do this. A little bit of pre-infinity, post-infinity. So make it a lot easier to go through and see what's snapping. You know, you would think like that little piece wouldn't make all the difference, but it kind of does. What the heck is this? Huh. Maybe. What else? Let's see. I know a lot of the things I like doing besides animating. I like a good chunk of games. Last night I bought Helldivers 2 and played it for the first time. And honestly, that game I found it pretty enjoyable. We jumped straight into... I still don't fully understand the game. We jumped straight into level 4. My friends were like, oh, we could start with something easier. I'm like, no. Starting with something easier is for wusses. We gotta... Just throw me in. If I die, I die. It doesn't matter. So, we just jumped straight into the fire and the flames. And next thing you know, I'm like... It feels like that scene from SpongeBob where it's like Patrick dying. And he's like crawling. He's like, it's okay. We could... What is this place? It's kind of where I was at last night by the end of it. Once we were just getting shredded. But we did pretty damn well, if I had to say so myself. Helldivers is fun. I heard, I wasn't, like I said, last night was like my first time playing it, but I heard there was like one point where the game, they changed the game so much that it like wasn't even fun to play, which was crazy to me. How I think it was like a balance change or something, and the balance change included stuff for the instead of making like some of the enemies stronger or anything, they nerfed a crap ton of the weapons. And you know, even I know when you nerf a ton of the weapons, it just makes it not as fun, especially especially in a game like that when you could just include new enemies. That's pretty funny. Huh. There we go. I think that's the issue. I need you. So it starts at 23. To 27. What? Where is this little, like, I have a little bump. What is that from? Is that just from that? Doesn't help that. No, I want his neck control. Do I want like a more running motion, or do I want like a... Maybe he doesn't need to swing his arm as much. Maybe rotate Y. Yeah, I like that one a lot more. That little bounce. Yeah. You know, I feel like one of the things I could talk about, Dragon Ball. I am a huge active fan of Dragon Ball. It's funny because my friend Julian, I've been meaning to find a place to put these up in, but he ended up getting me a couple figures for Christmas, and they were like Dokkan ones based off the mobile game, and they're kind of like a set, but it's Gogeta and Vegito, and I'm like, these are super cool. They're based off of the like arts from the actual in-game pieces. And my problem is I don't know where to put them. But I will find a spot eventually. Because I have a chronic collecting problem. I mean, we've already talked about it. I have a bunch of like the D&D books and stuff on its own shelf. But I also like collecting a bunch of Blu-rays, at least for like the old shows and stuff that I like, movies and whatnot. What's this? Okay, I gotta make sure it's organized so it actually fits and doesn't fall over on me. But like the Blu-rays and just DVDs, old shows and stuff that they like got rid of off HBO Max for Cartoon Network and everything. I also chronically collect Skylanders, and I am now 3 pieces away from being finished. Sadly, 3 of those pieces are the most expensive things possible. See, this guy got really lucky, but they're like 3 of the most expensive things possible. And part of me wants them, but I just like, this is how much they cost when they first came out, but they were only sold in Australia. And now each piece goes for like at least $400. Besides the white one, the white one's only like $100, $110. So if anything, I might get that one, but the green and the red are absurdly priced. I don't know why they're so absurdly priced, but it's most likely because of the way that they were sold. They were sold so far out of the country and everything. Yeah, like I'm looking at it, 150, 131, that's for the white one. And you would think the way that they made it is the white one was like for the new element of that specific game. You would think, hey, that one will probably be more expensive because the other 3 that were related to it are anywhere from $40 to $70. I think they actually just went up a lot in price. And but no, the white one was apparently the easiest to get. I was even looking at it, some of them have like variant villains for that game, because you take those little traps and when you beat a boss or certain bosses, you can put the thing in and then you can play as the bosses. The bosses have names. But yeah, the bosses have names and you can play as them. Maybe that will be a good stream idea at some point. It's just to do Skylanders, because I pretty much have all of them. I know I got quite a few pieces when they were cheaper, and now some of them are crazily priced. Like, holy crap, man. Like, one of them, when I got it, I think it was like $100, and now he's like $250. I don't know why. I guess because the game ended back in 2016, and a lot of them were at the end of the life cycle. Like one called Robo. I don't know how much he costs now, but he people are selling for about $500. I got him cheaper than that, but he yeah, he was ridiculous. Okay, well, that's not what I was expecting to see when I did that. Yeah, like, gosh darn, man. Like, I get the inbox ones are going to be expensive, but like $500 for this on eBay. And you have to get these all third party now because there's nowhere that sells them first party. Oh. They had models for Skylanders Ring of Heroes. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's to the point where people will try to get like 3D or printing for it because they're so expensive. And did they take a $500 robo and paint it? I mean, the paint looks fine, but it hurts. It hurts because it's so expensive. I think the one that went the most up in price, though, was Chompy Mage. Now this guy, holy crap, he was like $100 back in like 2022, I think, and that's when I decided to get him. And then he jumped up to $350. And it was like, oh, okay, whoa. And now people are selling them for like $835 to $1,000. So I definitely think I've gotten my money back, but holy crap, I could like pay off and buy another car with this. I mean, I think it'd be really cool though to keep these until I eventually have children and then sell them. Sell them for that and they get a inheritance, or just wait even longer after that and see what's going on from there. Ooh. But yeah, no, it's just like they're just ridiculously priced. I don't like that. But yeah, it's just, they were just so ridiculously priced, and I'm like, you know what? I could actually, I have the shelf right here next to me. Yeah, I could like sell these for a lot more than what I got them for. But I also have a lot of extra little pieces. I know, like, one of the games was vehicles. And one of the pieces I wish I would have gotten way sooner because it went to way more expensive. I know I stopped for a while because of money. But then it's kind of to the point now where I'm like, alright, I should just pull the plug and try and finish it all. Because now I'm only 3 pieces away, but I don't know the next time that those yawn traps will come on sale. Like, the white one always seems to be on sale, so I might get that one soon, but I have to kind of decide if I really do, like, want to finish it. The green and the red ones are just absurdly priced. Like, part of me is even thinking, like, do I just want to maybe get, like, fake versions of them? Just to make it seem like I have the completed collection. So I saw someone selling them on eBay, and they were like the fake resin ones. The fake resin ones, and they're like $70 for all 3 of them. But maybe I would only get like the 2 that are like impossible to get. Because I don't feel like having people spend that kind of money on me. Especially for something like that. Like, if I had a job that would pay way more money, I'd probably take my money. Take it. But I'm not there yet. I know the first goal is getting my own place. Thank you, Adrian. But why did you do that? I need to switch that. But yeah. It's just me debating if I want to finish it and make it look good, but if I had something that paid more, because right now I just have a day job and sadly they don't pay me very much. I wish they would pay me more because I bust my ass for them. Like badly bust my ass for them. I know Overwatch just came out, the new update, and my friend wants me. I could tell my friend wants me to play it right now. Because I peeked online for 1 second to see who was on. And just, there's that. But I think the first goal, I know I'm looking currently for a new day job right now. I want to, of course, be able to make more money, but it's the job I have right now. It's just soul draining. I've been there for like 6.5 years, and while I was going through school, I went through art school, and I got my bachelor's, but it worked for that long while during school and everything, and it was nice and it was convenient, but the job now that I'm out of school, it's like I need to make more money because I want to live my life. I have aspirations. Like eventually I want to have kids, I want to have a wife. Like the I know it's not possible now with how expensive everything is, but like I want like is the picket white fence American dream? I think that's what it is. It's just that yeah, home ownership, middle class prosperity, security, and family. Yeah, I mean, like I know most people want that kind of stuff. I really would love that stuff, just so I could, you know, I'd like to raise a kid. I my dad busted his butt for us for years, and there's a lot of things I learned from him, and I appreciate from him, and I would like to lead after his example, because one of the things he always said was, um, I will not have you grow up the same way I grew up. And I know I'm one of the lucky people that still have a father figure in my life, or let alone my father. And I am so grateful for that. But it makes me think, it's like, man, I wish I could give my kids the same things I never had when I was younger. Because I grew up relatively poor. And there was a lot of financial struggle, but my parents always made sure I had what I needed. I didn't. I remember the look on my mom's face of horrors when she realized like what Skylanders was and like the buying of the figures and stuff. Because the initial game when it came out, I think Swap Force was my first one. The third game, it was $60 when it first came out, and then you only got 3 figures, and each figure after that, depending on which one you got, if you got like one of the little core ones or one of the specialty ones, the specialty ones were like $15, but then the core ones were $10. And like all the different stores had like variations, like Toys R Us had the they had the legendary version, so they would be like a different color scheme. They would be like the same price as the normal figures that they're based on, but you could only get them at those stores. And that was one of the reasons with my goal, or with my collection, is I wanted to collect all those variants too, besides like the super rare ones. But my parents always made sure I had what I needed, and I really appreciate that, and I'm hoping that I can do stuff to make them proud, and I can make money, and I can eventually move out. I know that a few of the reasons I haven't moved out yet is money. Money doesn't help that I spend a lot and I save a lot, but I chronically spend it on my hobbies. But I always make sure that it's my fun spending money. But between that and then I have to figure out where I want to live. Like what would be like a good state, what would be a good area in said state, what kind of house would I want? Would I just want to be like one of those people that get a manufactured home and just have like a big house, but it doesn't have like any walls? No, it has walls, but there's no insulation in the walls. It's just a lot of planning. It's a lot of time and a lot of money to think about. So I'm like really hoping to try and figure out what I want to do. I think I'm kind of settling on a manufactured home, because my grandfather lived in a manufactured home on a piece of land, and it honestly was a really nice little house. I guess my only issue is if I want kids, I don't think it would be very great for when kids come around, because said clear or like uninsulated walls, so there's no soundproofing or everything. But I guess that could be mitigated, because you could always just add maybe panels or something, but I wouldn't want to do that, especially to a kid's room. I'm actually very happy with how this backwards run came out. I know one of the things I added onto him recently were oh yeah. I love that little feature. Well, I haven't gotten anyone really popping in, but I think I'm going to end this. But I will say I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So if anyone is interested in watching it there, I'm actually going to start doing this to archive my stuff so that I can kind of keep track of where I am, especially when it comes to doing stuff like the Unreal Engine stuff. When I actually get the locomotion fully done, I know I'm going to stream again this Friday, and I'm going to get the other sets of movement done, which will be like the back run for left, right, and then like the 2 kitty corners. So I'm very excited to get that done. And then I think the stream after that will be me going into Unreal Engine to work on the locomotion systems. So that will be a fun one to learn and to look up midstream. But yeah, I think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube and kind of go from there. But to everyone that will watch this afterwards and that tuned in during, thank you very much. I am very happy to have people that actually seem to enjoy what I'm doing, and I hope that all of you